Black Series Edition LLC. Can't believe I'm actually doing this because I'm pretty sure we did these demonstrations already. This in this environment, all coated from ceiling to floor, ceiling to walls, is called dedicated black Cinemax. And the dedicated black Cinemax has tons and tons of test demonstrations on the products. So, every once in a while, we get these YouTubers that'll pop in, claim they have products that they don't have of ours, and put in false statements by saying that, oh, you have to use 4,000, 5,000 lumen projectors in order to get their screens to pop. No, this is the reason why one of the tests that we have to run under our screen paint is called a low lumen distance test. And this test requires us to use a 1,000 lumen projector. We've had one of the tests for some of our screen paints that had to pass a 13 feet 1,000 lumen test outside in order to earn a label. We're the only ones with those demonstrations splattered all over YouTube. And one of the demonstrations we do a lot is basically 1,000 lumens. Because of the 1,000 lumen projector, again, distance throw, how much light you have in the environment, you're still going to have to maintain a screen with a beautiful background, beautiful colors, and the screen can't come out too dark. This is why we do something called black versus black. Now to the individual who just kept posting back and forth after we showed you enough information, but again, you just feel like you wanted to troll, let me explain something to you. Our products are tested. I don't care what black screen paint you've used in the past, we are not it. So let me show you my projector I'm using. Let me move my cat over to one side real quick. Just move over here just for a minute. Let me check out something real quick. Sorry about bumping the stand. Alright, so you guys are on live stream. Let me show you something. Alright, so let's come over here to the windows. This is what we're running. This is a Sony VPL FH CS4 projector. Right here. So this projector right here is 1,000 lumens, SVGA, 600 by 800 reds. That's 1,000 lumens right there. You can go look it up for yourself. Projector sits around 13 feet from the screen. As you can see, we're in a fully lit environment with plenty of light. And we are maintaining our image right here with no problem. Let's go over to the computer and pull it up. I'm going to add some sound to this too. I'm going to use computer speakers or what? Let's see. No, just shortens your lifespan, that's what it does. Easy target. They don't read so well. Let's go back to the very beginning. Put my sound up a little bit here. Now, I've done these demonstrations more times than I can possibly count. It's one of the test demonstrations we have to do on our products to make sure that the screen can maintain at 1,000 lumens. Because again, you have the stereotype that'll pop up there and say, hey, they're using 4,000, 5,000 projectors. This is how they're generating white light. We actually destroy that theory. I have a page on my website, actually it's an entire page, and it's dedicated to all 1,000 lumen tests that we've done on our products. And every shopping cart, we have a link there showing all products being tested at 1,000 lumens. So no, we do not require to have 5,000 or 4,000 or whatever lumen projectors to make the screen generate white levels. It's called hard work, that's what it's called. Someone came up with some kind of theory or whatever it was, how black screens are supposed to be or how they react. You need to crack a book. You really do. You seriously need to crack some books. Don't come on my channel talking trash at the end of the day, talking about how I don't know what I'm talking about. I was developing black technology, I'm pretty sure, before you existed on YouTube. You can go back and you can check my archives under digital 4K crystal onyx. Keep in mind, we start off at 1,000. We don't end at 1,000.
The new 2023 GMC Sierra 184X
Here,
to comfort the great outdoors.
microphone system.
Or
Let's go over to my PC.
welcome to the peak.
Let's go over to 4K snow screensavers. Been there, done that on so many levels, it's not even funny. I literally have a page where we have over 60, 70 video demonstrations on 1,000 lumen projectors. We even have in that distance throw it over 25 feet across. You know, when I was at the other house, we had 25 feet of room to stretch from one end to the next. We have it on every level you could possibly think of. We have demonstrations against white surfaces, bed sheets, some high-end projection screens, certified white screens. Been there, done it already. This is why I strongly advise before you come on my channel and run your mouth that you go through and check my company thoroughly, look through our demonstrations before you embarrass yourself. Now for the YouTuber who felt the need to come on here and try to badmouth my channel, to try to make it sound like at the end of the day that I don't do my work thoroughly, I'm very thorough in how I do my work. I will put you to shame on so many levels, it's not even funny. I can back my product up 100%. It's my projector, way over there. I like the smaller projectors, let me tell you why. They generate a lot of heat. Big projectors do generate some heat. Smaller one, nothing. One of the first tests, and if you did testing, which I doubt you do, well, you don't. I don't see any testing on the screen paint products. Even when I look them up, I don't see any proper testing. One of the tests you have to go, especially if you're black screens, you have to do a low lumen test. Let's come out of here. Let's see. Let's go over to let me see. Let's go over to Skyward food demonstration. I could do this on site, which I plan to do tomorrow. Switch out to 1,000 on the projector and have some fun. So do I need to have a 5,000? No, I don't need to have a 5,000 projector. I can do this at 21 feet back in the next room with no problem. As a matter of fact, Most of the time I use 720p and I have 1080p projectors here we don't even use. That's 720p in the next room. Got a Chrissy LW505 1080p projector, actually 1920 by 1200. Got another Chrissy on the floor. Got two Sonys that are basically 1080p. I don't use them because we don't need them. We even advise people we're doing business with. You don't spend all that money at the end of the day. And do we need a 5,000 lumen projector to produce white levels? No. At demonstrations, we've done this outside. No, maybe screen paints that this person may have bought in the past with somebody else does this, but no. And to make statements you have my product, you don't have my product at the end of the day. I've requested for his transaction number. He doesn't have one. Of course you don't have one. On my PayPal account, you can go in and see how many returns you get. We get extremely very little returns. I can go 6 months without one return because I can back my product up 100%. Just like I can come on here live with a 1000 lumen 720p projector, Sony CS4 projector, and do this with no problem. Projector cost me $75. Where did the projector cost me $30? Yeah, projector might cost me $30. Let me see. Let's go to LG snowboarding. I had no idea you left that room. This is why we have on our specification sheet that we do have it at 1500, but we can generate at 1000 easily. The reason why we can put that on the specification sheet because we do these tests. I don't have one projector, I got multiple projectors here. And the reason why we have multiple because we test the projectors on screens on different forms of projectors. So tight casting on the same projector over and over again, again. Is my screen? Watch, I've seen one where what they'll do is they'll take the projector and they'll basically shrink the image. Somebody did that in a demonstration, got caught. What was it? It was an Epson 955 WH. That's what it was. I got to thank King for memorizing projector model numbers. It was an Epson 955 WH projector. He had it at around, he said, 15 feet back, and yet he was able to project inside a 100-inch screen. That projector is a 120-inch screen at that distance. When they do that, it's because they're shrinking the image to get a sharper and brighter image. That's what they're doing. Come on, I know all those tricks, all those little tricks. Can't hide anything from us. Now, see my little projector over here? I'm going to show you something. See the zoom? Zoom's all the way up, right? Here's the focus right there. So we're maxed out. Okay, let's see where else we might want to go at next. Let's come out of here. Let's go with another, let's see, screensaver snow cottage. They got it right here. Need to skip. Oh, there it is right there. Cool. Now, what I'll do is I'll put a link below of our 1000 lumen page. We built a page for 1000 lumen demonstrations, and I'll put it below. So you can, person who basically made the statement, you can get yourself a slice of pie, a cup of coffee, and basically knock yourself out. Because I've done over 60 demonstrations on that page. And it's not even all of them considered what I've done. I guess he felt that I wouldn't be to come in and back it up. Come on, please. I've been backing it up since when I first started my company. I've been backing it up. I think he's going by the theory of what black screens are supposed to go through. So they're not supposed to be able to generate white light at all because the surface is dark. That's why. But we don't have that issue. Because we got screens that can eat sunlight. Let's see, let's come out of here. Let's get ourselves another demonstration. 4K snow screensavers. Let's go with, where's Snow Wolf's at? Some Snow Wolf's on here. Oh, got him over. He said, no, he's up the chair anymore. He left. Yay. Taking over my chair. Camera's on the back. I can't see my screen. I'm going to do the PC right now. Let's see. So it's great to have a tested product. These are my Venue 5000 lumen machines, and that's my Sony 1000 lumen projector, 720p, 600 by 800 res SVGA, showing a white level in a fully lit environment. We don't have that problem. I can do this here, or I can do it over there. Doesn't make a difference. So I guess whatever theory they were talking about made no sense whatsoever. It was a bunch of mumbo jumbo. We don't crack books, that's the problem. Snow screensavers. We got a whole bunch of them here because that's one of them. Take this one. My favorite ones to do. So, let me explain some theories about white technology and gunmetal, whatever it is. No screen on the face of the planet will pull an equal white level equal to a white screen. That is literally virtually impossible. Well, not yet. We're getting there. But anyway, as I said before, but until now, it is virtually impossible due to the fact that the minute you add any hint of black or whatever it may be into a product, that means right there on the second, your white level has dramatically changed. You can't go in and do the same thing as a white screen. The only thing that has the ability to pull 100% white level is a white screen. You can have a light gray screen. It's still not going to pull the same white level as a white screen. The only thing that can pull the level of a white screen is another white screen. That's how that works. I get sick and tired of people coming on and saying, oh, but a gray screen pulls a white level equal to a white screen. Have you lost your marbles? No, that's not possible. I swear, I really think some people just never went to kindergarten. They just don't know colors at the end of the day. You don't know how it works. It doesn't make a difference. You're not ever going to pull the same color as a white screen. You may pull higher white levels, but now the problem you have is you're doing the exact same thing a white screen has a problem with. You won't see color, you can't see contrast, and you are not ambient light projection technology. And people who basically have gunmetal screens or any form of darker gray screens or even black screens in their home or business know at the end of the day they're going to sacrifice white levels. It's going to happen. But they'd rather have that little bit of sacrifice there than have a dramatic sacrifice when it comes to color, contrast, and to be able to pull a screen in a fully lit environment. It's called the give and take scenario. There is no screen right now at the moment that can pull a 100% white level and 100% contrast. There is a balance. It's a balance that bounces back and forth. So it has to be sacrificed in there somewhere. And for you great screen people make these products, at the end of the day, you are so bent on thinking that you pull white level. No, you do not pull white level. You pull a kind of a tinted white. That's what you pull. It's not black. It's not 100% pure white. Unless you have a white screen, that's the only way. So any form of darker technology is going to have a slight little bump when it comes to the white levels. The thing about it is the white levels can't be so dark that you can't see the screen. That's what's called a black versus black test, which you guys don't do gray versus gray. We do black versus black. That shows at the end of the day that we can show how high our white levels are compared to other darker surfaces. You see what I'm getting at here? So when it comes to a gray screen, guess what you have to prove at the end of the day? Your color, contrast, and ambient light projection capabilities. That's what you literally have to prove. Because if you can't, you fall in the category of a white screen. And you don't want to be there. And even worse, you have to do something called gray versus gray, because you have to show a difference. What's the difference between your product and everyday household gray paints? If you don't have this posted to your website, if you can't back this up, then guess what that means? The customer or consumer can go to any hardware store and mimic your product just like that. They can't do ours because our product's tested. We're posted to our website. So that's one of the things you're going to have to go through. Or you're going to have to pack it up. That's what you're going to have to do. So we have tons of tests, 1,000 projectors. You guys typecast your machines. 3,000 projector, ultra short. I know the whole game behind that. It's nothing but smoke and mirrors all day long. You're in these ambient light controlled environments, nothing bright like this. Your projector sits a foot away from the screen because you depend on ultra short throws because it's going to be closer to the screen, less of a distant throw, less deterioration of lumen counts. Colors will pick up a little bit better. Contrast will pick up a little bit better, but still you have to be in the dark to maintain it because if you don't, things will wash out. So your entire environment is a facade. It's fake. It's not real. It's fictional. That's what it is. Because if I take your product and I stick it into a real environment and I stick it on projectors that won't basically hold your screen's hand at the end of the day, you will fail miserably. That's why you have to stay on YouTube doing fake demonstrations. You can't be out there doing those on-sites because over there, they're not going to change those environments for you. Either you work or you don't. That's how it comes down to. And what comes behind that? Well, testing. Because if you test your product, then you will know your product's weak points at the end of the day and how to strengthen those weak points to make a better product. That's why I can come on here, gentlemen, with this old projector I have back here, I think from 1999 or however old that thing is, and I can do this with no problem. And I'm going to do the same demonstration here. I'm going to do on site, which as a matter of fact, I got a pretty cool video I want to do on Monday. Monday, we're going to shoot half the video here and half the video on site. Just for fun. Just to show you that we can go anywhere you want and still pull. Oh, man. There's so much they got to learn. You don't even explain enough on camera. This is the screen, this is the light, and blah, 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 blah. Come on. Come on, people. Gotta do better than that. We do better than that. Let's get ourselves something else to look at. What else we got on here for some white levels on here? We got some horses on it. Ooh, we did that one already. All right. We did the window already. Some nice snow over here. Let's do this one over here.
Depend keeps you drier than ever, so you can say yes to more than ever.
Now, for those of you making black products, guess what? You have to do this demonstration. If you have none of these demonstrations on your product before you sold it, that means you have committed fraud. Because if someone puts you on blast, and I will, how are you going to protect you? How are you going to protect yourself? How can you back yourself? Someone just came on there and tried to put my product on blast and said that, hey, we have to require to use 4,000, 5,000 lumen projector. I can come here and set up my 1,000 projector and do this. You can't protect yourself because you don't test your product. So, do we need, long story short, do we need Expensive. We have 5,000 projectors. Nah, we don't need them. We're good. We're definitely good. Let's see. What was them next? Anything else on here? Let's see. Snow Wolves, 4K. You have no idea how many countless times I have embarrassed people in live streams on so many levels, it's not even funny. Literally in the middle of a live stream, we were doing a demonstration. I had an Elite 135-inch vinyl screen, and as I was taking it down, an individual popped up in my channel and made a statement. How do I do a demonstration on the back end of the screen, the black vinyl, and show it against our product to see if it matches? For goodness sakes, if you think I do all this testing at the end of the day, wouldn't you think I would have tested against the black side of the vinyl on a freaking projection screen? I humored it and embarrassed him so badly he left the channel. We've done it already. And then they come back again and repeat the same dumb nonsense. Oh, look, it does the same thing as this product. Gee whiz, you guys are so slow. You think I'm going to be caught out there, really, out there on site in front of other people talking to them about my product and get embarrassed with my pants down? I'm going to get embarrassed because bottom line, my product is fake? Oh, heck no. No. That's why we have all the tests. I don't like getting embarrassed on camera. I'm pretty sure you guys are used to it, but I'm not. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Look at him watching the screen. You think you're the puppy. You want to play with that puppy? You don't want to play with that puppy. That's a different kind of puppy. See those different levels, the white levels, boxes are different levels, snows a different level. Actually show multiple shades. I remember somebody y'all getting desperate. Y'all really getting desperate. I had somebody once say that our screens don't produce in the dark. That's real desperate. That's extremely desperate. Any screen can produce in the dark. Heck, notebook paper can pull up in the dark. Any house paint can pull up in the dark. That's the easiest demonstration ever. This is why anybody who comes in and says, hey, can you do a demonstration in the dark? I'm going to see if your screen works. I ignore you. Because that's the easiest demonstration to do. In the dark, really? Where's the push? Where's the conflict with the projector screen in the environment? Where is it in the dark? That's easy. That's nothing. The hard thing is to get a screen to generate in a fully lit environment. That's the hard part. And the reason why it's so hard, because the reason why when you go on YouTube, when we take the field trip, that's why you see everybody sitting in the dark, because it's very hard to produce a screen with lights on. Well, let's grab something else while we got the projector out. Taco, I hate to disrupt your fun here. It's like, no, take away the little doggies. I gotta do it, buddy. We can do a fast demonstration. I'll put them back in. You can watch in the day. As a matter of fact, I'll put them on the big screen. You can watch on the big screen next room. Let's see where we want to go at next. Let's go with, I don't know. We do so much here. Let's see. Let's go with, I have no idea where to go, to tell you the truth. I've done this too many times to count. TLC 4K demonstration. Let's get this level right here. It's not a white level, but it's got some beautiful bright colors on it. You're kind of running out of ideas. ISO on the camera. Yeah, right. What was another one? Our products are supposed to be gray, not black. Okay. Can't pass the black on black demonstration with that one. Our products are supposed to be black paint. Yeah, beat the crap out of that freaking theory. Projector settings. Yeah, done that one already. Beat the crap out of that one too. What else we got? But it's funny, when we give you guys challenges, we don't hear anything from you at all. Questions I got at the end of the day. And I used to develop gray screen paint, so I know them already. So trust me, you can't pull nothing past me. Interesting. Can a gray screen pull a 100% contrast level? No. Can it see color? No. Do they work with ultra short throws? No. Do they work with short throw projectors? No. Do they work on venue projectors? No. Do they work outside? No. They do not. What is the purpose of a gray screen? Well, it's not ambient light projection, so we can scratch that out from the door. Can't pull 100% contrast. Only black screens got that capability. Gunmetal can't even touch that one. Can't pull 100% white level. White screen actually holds the crown on that one, so not there either. So what good is it? They're not worth anything. That's all. It's a gray screen. And the biggest question of them all, can they pass the tones? No, they can't pass the tones. So in order for our technology to be able to pull those beautiful colors, skin tones, and all that beautiful yellow and all that good stuff going on, yellow on the Super Soaker and the fancy cars in the background, in order for you to see those beautiful bright levels on a 1,000 lumen projector at 13 feet back from the screen, that means the screen would have to have a capability of being able to pull white levels. And that's what we call Heitner technology. Now the engineer allows the screen to generate white light, black surface. Just like sun killer technology. Develop the screen to absorb sunlight. Starfield screensaver. Let's see, Starfield. This one, here we go. Now, let's go someplace you guys can go. We can go with contrast. We can pick up 100% contrast. My projector's contrast is crap. Doesn't make a difference. It has my projector back here. I don't know what it has. 100 to 1 is really low. But anyway, it has a better contrast than your P2. Now, for those of you saying that's impossible, P2 has a 2 million. It has a 2 million to 1 contrast, but it can't do this in a fully lit environment, can it? And what would be the purpose of having 2 million to 1 contrast when you have a black screen? Wouldn't that be pointless? You might just turn it off. So again, as I said before, you paid for something that you will never use. On a gray screen, you will never see it. That's why they're in the dark, because they can't see. Can't put the contrast level. Let's go over and pop over and do a transition. I love the transition. Let's do Sony 4K demonstration. We're going to pull a bunch of those. Let me see which one we want. I want the one with the transition. It would be the 1 hour demonstration, I think it is. When I pull up the 1 hour, that's the 1 hour. Works better. Sony 1 hour 4K demonstration. I love this one. You know why? Because this has a perfect transition. Now let's go find the code for that transition. All right, right about, let's see, not there, not there. Here we go. So let's tell you what the transition is. This is so you don't have to manipulate lights in your environment, much like when you have a TV. You don't have to go run and turn your lights out because your screen's going to wash out because contrast is coming. You don't have to worry about that, or color. So basically the screen has to be the transition. It must go to color, contrast, and back to color again without changing. And gray screens and white screens can't do this. They can't see contrast, they can't see color. So let's show you. Oh wait, let's get some samples first on the screen, because it's not going to be fair if we don't have nothing there, right? That's just completely pointless, right? Let's go grab something. Now, for anyone who feels the need to say, hey, the gray paint you have, hey, my walls are gray. The gray paint you have here doesn't match mine. The ingredients is free. Feel free to make it on YouTube live and do the demonstration. If you don't do it, then we know we have your product. So you need to back that up. So this right here is made with a $15 gallon of PPG gray paint. Oh, ice cream truck, damn it. Anyway, I want some ice cream today. $15 worth of gray paint, PPG, and about 1/4 scoop of black paint. Made this pretty color right here. Now, I'm going to take this over here. Let's take this up. Not just for today, it's Sunday. Okay, I'll put that right there in the middle, like so. And then we'll get the white surface for those of you who have white projection screens. Let's put that there. Let's put this over here, like so. And over here, like so. There. Probably something on camera, who cares? Anyway, so there you go. Isn't that quite embarrassing? Now, for anyone, again, who makes a gray screen paint product, and you feel the need to say, Mr. Bird, I think you're wrong. That's not my product up there. My product will do differently. The ingredients is free how to make that. So you can make that. How much confidence do you have in your product? Are you willing to make that free mix right there and do that demonstration live? And mind you, have to show a difference between night and day, not a hiccup. Now, I would pretty much guess that none of you would do this because you don't want to match this product at all, period. So since you can't do the demonstration, that means my theory is right, correct? All right, there we go. Let's move on. Let's do the transition. Now we got some nice pretty blues popping up. And soon it's going to transition over into black. Here comes the black levels. Here comes the transition. See? Doesn't work on these screens. They can't transition. Now, what they do is they have you in a standalone. Oh my goodness. We can go on for days to talk about this. The fake environments, yeah, the no-no environments. That, what do you call it? Fake environments with the ambient light controlled and all that nonsense. And again, we're not using the high-end projector. We're at 1,000 lumens right now. Ultra short those is a cheap projector because again you're literally sitting right up on top of the screen, so yeah. If you're using the same projector over and over again, it's not good. If you're doing testing and you're doing screen paints, you should at least have about 20 projectors in your collection, at least, because you know all projectors kind of display differently, so you want to make sure everything works perfectly, right? Now see that? We got some color that popped up. And transition to some more black levels. And you notice if you look at the gray screen, the white screen, the gray screen is not doing much of a difference next to the white screen. I mean, it's a little bit, but it's not really anything there. You still can't pick up a contrast level, so that's pointless, right? Now, what's the purpose of the white screen? Well, I hope they never get rid of white screens. You know why? They're cheap. And you can paint over top of them and you're done. Let's bypass this. Go back a little bit on that, just a little bit. There we go. So we got the rude commercial that popped up. Now we're going to transition back to color. Here we go. Color's popping up. As you can see, they can't see it. Not even at 1,000 lumens, they can't read it. This is why our black technology is far more superior. As for gunmetal, well, good gracious, they've skipped so much with these screens. Have y'all done any testing with gunmetal technology? At least 17 screens at least. We have 17 test demonstrations done. What's the difference between a gray screen and a gunmetal screen? Where would you be saving any money at the end of the day? If you're dealing with a person who can spend $5,000, $20,000 for a screen, how can you change his mind? What can you show that would be a difference to change his mind? We can do it with no problem. If a person wants to go to Home Depot, Lowe's, or any one of those stores and buy any of the tones, what can you do to change their mind? Pretty much nothing. Now, for the person who made the statement that black screens come up too dark, 1,000 lumens, we've got a white surface up there, our screen is generating a much higher white level, much more beautiful color. We're doing it in a fully lit environment with no problem whatsoever. Oh wait, my overhead lights are not the ones that, these are LEDs. So it's really bright in here, as you can see. Neither one of them have ambient light rejection technology, as you can see. Let's see if we just turn out the lights for just a little bit. Let's see what happens. See any improvement? A little better improvement with the lights out, right? But the problem is that's where you have to be at. You'll be in the dark because it doesn't have ambient light rejection technology, which is needed. That's why gray and white screens are stuck in the dark. And that's why the environments you watch these screens in are completely fake. Yeah, I love doing these demonstrations, I really do. Let's go with some deep contrast levels, come out of here. Let's go over to, let's see, 8K Desired Nature. Yeah. Let's pull up, let me see what I come here. I'm going to go over to videos. Let's go pull up our the contrast level, what I love to do. Here we go.
Watch me. Watch me roll, grind, and spin. Playgrounds for real.
That's actually a pretty good idea. Playground for real. That's pretty cool. There you go. Now mine, as I said before, my projector behind that thing has like 100-to-1 contrast. It's really low. As long as your projector's name bearing, it doesn't make a difference if you have a 2,000-to-1 contrast, 100-to-1 contrast. You can see contrast better than a 2,000,000-to-1 P2 on a gray screen. Because it's not actually seeing black, it's seeing a shade of gray. And if you were to lighten that environment, it would wash out even faster. Where our technology, we can take a 1,000 projector and way under the contrast level and produce a 100% black level. Mind you, this is the same technology. We did a demonstration. We stuck a 5,000 lumen projector right next to a 1,000 lumen projector to see if the screen was generating at a high enough, bright enough level to be able to match the 5,000 at 1,000. 720p versus 1080p, we did all that. This is why you're stuck in the dark, this is why your screens don't see color, and this is why you get half of your projector investment. Because you have cheated your projector on an outdated gray screen, and if you're using a white screen, you're way lower than that. Let's get some colors in here. Let me see. Okay, let's go with, let me see, red screen. As you can see, you don't see color. Yeah, you don't see color at all. Purple screen. Can't see purple. Let's go with a blue screen. Can't see blue. Let's get some crazy color. Oh, we go with the green on the next color. Green screen. Can't see green at all, period. Let's get some out there. What about gray? That'd be interesting, watching a black screen pull a better gray than an actual gray screen. Well, we've done this one. Actually, I got that from a troll one time. That was actually a pretty good one, too. I thank you so much for that. We use it in all our demonstrations. Just like our product we're claiming to be Black Dynasty, we use that in all our demonstrations. We do. You guys you guys humor us, so we just use it in our demonstrations now for fun. Let's go with, oh man, we have a big screen. We're supposed to go with that color instead. Let's go with gray. Let's see. Gray screen. We got several tones here. We'll go with the mid-gray first. Doesn't see it, doesn't pick it up. You know, you need contrast in order to see gray, right? It's very required. Just like with color. With color requires both black and white at the same time in order to have a balance of color. If your black levels are too high, then it comes up too dirty and too dark. And if you don't have enough contrast, then it washes out like you're looking at right now. That's one of the demonstrations you have to do on a black screen. We did it in a max out zone at around 16 feet back on the same projector behind us. We did it with some black paint. We did it with white surfaces and gray surfaces against the technology. Let me see. So we can't see the gray. Let's go see if we can get a darker gray. All right, we'll post over. This is a dark gray right here. Let's see if we can read it. We all know what's going to happen because if it can't read contrast, it's not going to pick it up. There you go, right there. It's not going to work at all. Let me see. And you know, it's sad. It's sad because when we show off the white levels and people look at it and go, oh, but it's supposed to be super white. Yeah, you just described the white screen. You do know if your screen is super white, there's supposed to be a certain tone in your white level. So if your screen is super white, that means you have eliminated contrast and color, and therefore you have just bought a white screen pretty much. If that was the case, if white levels were super important for a screen to have super high white levels, then how come all white screens are cheap? That's the cheapest screen you could possibly buy is a white screen. Yes, sirree. Now, gunmetal screens have the reflective surface because they know they're basically going to lose some white levels. But the problem with the reflective surface, it causes the narrow viewing cone, and sometimes it plays ultra short though and short though projectors. Let's grab a random color. Let's try for some orange. Orange here? Let's do orange. Let's do orange screen. I feel like going survey says. Well, we need that orange.
It's the most dangerous race in the world.
There we go. Orange screen, no show. It does not show. For those of you who are saying, oh, but won't you turn the lights out? Yeah. You just told me you don't have ambient light projection technology, and even with the lights out, we've done these demonstrations dozens of times, it doesn't work. Good. All right, how about we get some pink? Let's get some pink in there. Pink screen. One of these colors got to work on these gray screens and white screens. Something's got to work. No, that's not going to happen either. Look at that. Didn't even show up. That's not even there. We're not using the 4K projector. We're not using 1080p. We're using a 720p 1000 lumens projector. That's it. So if our screens come up too dark, they can't generate a high white level. Well, they can't see any of that. It'd be virtually impossible. It was raining out there like cats and dogs today. Let's see. Can't see the contrast. Can't see this. Can't see that. Let's see. Does it have the capability to turn my screen so dark I can't see it? Let's see if that'll happen. Skywork food demonstration. All right, let's see if it has some capability. Now, as you see, can't do the menu that pops up, so that's not going to work. And no, we've done this test dozens of times. See how it can't pick up red, can't register any colors, doesn't have the ability to see any contrast. Contrast is needed to generate color. It's also perfect contrast is also needed for detail and depth to refine your image to make it sharper. That's why 720p's look incredible on our screens because our screens are black. 720p on a gray and white screen looks pretty bad. And just in case, for those of you who want to sit there and say, oh, it's gotta be his camera settings, we did the same demonstration on the same surface on site. Yippee-ki, yay. Let's see how those colors are popping. Unless you're gonna be watching the screen that's all white, nothing in it, just all white, then I can see about that. But no, you're gonna have some color in there. You're going to have contrast in there. That's going to affect your screen. Can't pick up the black hair. It's 2 shades of white going off right now. The skin tone, the shirt. Not going to pick up any of the colors. Do we need a 5,000 projector to do this demonstration? No, we did not. Let's go pick this one over here. This is a good one too over here. Let's go grab this one right here. This one has a lot of pretty color into it. Let's grab this one right here. See what happens. So if you got a white screen or gray screen, you need to upgrade. Because at the end of the day, your projector, you only got half a machine, that's it. Watched the demonstration so many times, I know by heart. That's kind of crazy and sad at the same time. And this is why we get to the point where you guys think I'm bragging. I'm not bragging at the end of the day. Your products do not work. They're old. They're outdated. They don't work. You come on here with a 1,000 lumen projector and they still don't work. I literally did a demonstration on a 3 projector screen setup. We had 600 by 800 720p 235.1, 1610 Sony VPL f830, and we had an f836 in there. None of the screens would pull. Multiple colors popping up. Nothing pulled up on a gray and white screen. Gray screen paint is an obsolete product. It is. You want to sit there and say, oh, the black screen can't see color, and basically, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Been there, done that, crushed that on so many levels, it's not even funny. Show me your gray versus gray. You have none. Show me any test. You have none. Show me anything. You have nothing to show us. Come on here and do these demonstrations over and over and over again. 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 I've done it so many times, it's not even fun. I can literally do it in my sleep at the time. Do you guys have enough confidence in your product? Let me show, okay. I'm doing a special video for y'all. Naysayers. This is for all my customers too. You can see a base our products are flawless. But I'm gonna have something for you. You see that paint in the middle of the screen? I'm gonna post that. Big ingredients. How to make that. How much confidence do you have in your product that you're willing to make that ingredients that everyone will know it's in it and do the demonstration live against your product? Show a difference between night and day. See how the colors came up? They don't match in any way? That's what I'm talking about, night and day. Not a hiccup, night and day. Do you have that much confidence? Now mind you, how much confidence we had? We let people make our products, we did. And they failed miserably. I told them if they failed, I was gonna dance around the camera and laugh at you, and I did. You failed miserably. You know those demonstrations bring us money, you know that, right? That we could back up our products so well. We let other people try to make our products and they still failed. And they still haven't done ours yet. Yeah, but they'll never will. People. This is just getting boring. It really is. It's just so boring. Honestly. And at one point, literally, I thought about basically just not bothering with this anymore at one point because I'm bored of it until we got that invisible black technology, that glass. Oh, gee whiz. That stuff was able to eat through sunlight. That right there sparked an interest on basically firing up my brain on thinking of other things of what we can utilize that technology for. And then I got this amazing, well, God gave this amazing blessing of an amazing screen coming out in 2024 that will literally, well, we haven't crushed, well, we have crushed all just about every certified. But this right here, this is a nail in the coffin on so many levels, it's not even funny. I want a screen that's extremely close to TV. That's what I want. Something that reacts, but better than TV, that I can take it outside and you can watch outside, you can bring it inside. Oh, that'd be a nice demonstration to have somebody bring it inside and bring it outside back and forth. That'd be cool. I have one, well, we did that already. We had screens outside and walked through and showed, yeah, we did all that already. But anyway, the new technology we got coming up 2024 is going to be quite fascinating. It's not bragging, gentlemen. At the end of the day, I've done this to death. Literally, I've done this to death. You know, like I said, the scenario of the Grand Canyon, you know what I mean? You got people who have jumped it and done it already so many times, like they can do it in their sleep. They even dream jumping the Grand Canyon. I've done it too many times to count. And then you have some people who have never even jumped the Grand Canyon, and they talk all this trash if that they have. So, for somebody like me who jumped the Grand Canyon millions and millions of times, basically, when it comes time for me to jump again, it's like, oh my goodness, have I not been here multiple times? Okay, let's go do it. And like, do it in a way where basically I'm just hoping that maybe I may fail this time around. That would be kind of nice because it would be something different. At least doing the same thing over and over again. Where you guys at the end of the day are terrified, basically, to even think about the thought of getting on a motorcycle and ramping over this huge crevice in the earth. Because you know you're definitely going to nail that ground and basically explode into this fiery ball of God knows what. Because why? You've never done it. You don't do the tests. You don't do the test runs. None of that. You're not prepared. So that's what's going to happen. All right, let's finish up. I'm bored. I'm so bored. It's not even funny. I've done this so many times. It's not even funny. I'm going to start taking screens outside. I'm so bored. Oh, we got some more colors in there. Yeah, body doll. So we did the we did that one, the whatchamacallit already. Anything in here we want to run through real quick? No, not really. Let's just get these off the screen. Even my blue technology, you can wipe off stuff. The white screen is needed. It is. It's still needed. I got shade too. The white screen is still needed. It is. Because the white screens are cheap. And, you know, they charge you a little bit more money for a gray screen. They charge you a lot more money for a gray screen. So white screens are still used in the day because, again, it's a screen you can upgrade with our technology. But to paint that over with the gray screen paint is pointless. It's a waste of your time. All you're going to do is just turn around and paint it with our stuff. We're doing white levels or whatever. You've been there and done it. Let me see if we got here anything else. We do white levels, anything else. White screensavers, abstract art. What do we got going on here? White screensaver, abstract something. Got pretty clouds on here.
It's a good day to have a good day. Start the morning with chorizo, scrambled eggs, and
I wish it was a 16.9. It's only 4.3.
Chicken,
But I wish it was a 16.9. 16.9 would be really, really nice. That'd be real nice to have a 16.9. So 4.3. It looks like it's doing 16.9, doesn't it? Because it's running through the computer, that's why. No, wait a minute. That's a thought. I can use this projector. Yeah, because we run through the computer, we do get that kind of 16:9 format. Let's put something free on here to watch. 4K demonstrations. Some big birds. Let's see. Fish. No, I can't express enough that that background is supposed to be 100% black. You gray screens, you'll be coming up tan and every other color on the face of the planet. You do know any area that's not being held on your projector and you get those cinema bars are supposed to be black, not gray. All this is supposed to be black, not gray. You know how horrifying that would be if you spent like $80,000 for an OLED TV, you plug that thing in, and the background comes up gray, you'd be like, what the freak? Yeah, you would have to take that back, because something seriously is wrong with your TV. That background's supposed to come in black. I still go lights out because we get this all the time. Put the lights out. Yeah, it's easy. It's nothing. Lights out is really easy. I hate doing lights out. It's just been a real freaking challenge every day. Well, I can't wait to do my screen. I can't. In my new place, I can't wait. So I'm going to get one of those. I'm going to do maybe half the floor. I'm going to customize Japanese bed, the ones that lay to the floor, and my screen is going to be on an angle so I can look up and see it. I'm going to use that invisible technology, put my ultra short the right here, and then boom, my whole screen can light up. That's going to be freaking cool. Oh, let's go pop over here. Round! Rounds! Rounds! Rounds!
More excellent fuel efficiency and greater power. The CR-V and CR-V-hight from Honda. Nothing we do will make it go.
Can you get around?
But it's 70 years.
I ain't gonna put this code anywhere. Sorry, big hit in the way. So yes, when we put on our specification sheet that you can operate the screen at 1,000, we put 1,500, but then what do we have at 1,000? At 1,000, you can't. You can operate at 1,000. Right, talking to a customer, well, I have to have it. No, you don't. You don't need 4K if you don't want it. You don't have to have it. You know how much money you save at the end of the day? People spend all that money for those projectors because the screen has an issue. That's why. Where are you going to need, for instance, what would you need contrast for with our technology? Why would you need it? You don't. So why are you spending the money for it? Oh, because your screen can't see contrast, and therefore you need the contrast levels to improve your black levels, so your image becomes sharper and more detailed. Okay. There you're right there. Do you need HDMI? No, you don't need it, because again, the screen's black. It can actually produce a very, very high refined image because it's black. It has the most insane detail for contrast, because it's 100% black. Let me show you something real quick. This is how the projectors operate on an adapter. We're running VGA to HDMI adapter. That's how we're running. Do you see any distortion, blurry, anything popping up at all? Nope, everything's nice and sharp. Even with the lights on. So you don't have to have HDMI if you don't want it. Guess what? That knocks some more money. At the end of the day, you save even more money. What if it has to have a advanced color? You don't need that. Screens have enhancement for colors. It can boost color capabilities, much like the gamers have that capability. Don't need that either. So you can go buy yourself an old projector, take that extra money that you were going to use on your projector, go get yourself some nice movie chairs, a popcorn machine, some nice movie posters, whatever. You save yourself some money. You buy a gray screen, you're going to spend a lot of money for a projector. You'll be stuck in a dark environment. You won't see contrast. It's where you're going to be stuck at, and you'll be calibrating at the end of the day. And you can forget your movie chairs. It's going to cost you a little bit more money to get your chairs, and everything else is going to cost you all this money. Let's talk about saving some real crazy money. Now we got an Optima right here. Optima right here. This is my Optima. This old beat up projector cost me $35. That's it. 35 bucks. Let's do a nice little swap out real quick. Put the 1,000 nicely. Let's take our 1,000 unit Optima. Of course, we're going to have to use the VGA adapter because we don't have any HDMIs on it at all, period. Let me see where you're going at. Here. We had a nice BenQ. I don't know what happened to it. I had a nice BenQ projector over there, but the problem, I want that corner work. The problem is the BenQ has some issues. For some reason, it's pulling up a blue level, and that's bad. There's a number of things wrong with that. All right, we'll get you that first. Okay, what's wrong with you? Swing you over. Put you over here. And let's grab ourselves some power, because that takes a different power cord than the other one. Alright. I want to swap out for a $37 projector. That's what I paid for it. You can get these for under 50 bucks on eBay.
Updated Google Home app makes smart home monitoring easier and more enjoyable than ever. Personalize your dashboard to quickly find your most used devices. View multiple messages. Help.
Okay.
Check it out.
Let's see. Drop some power in. Take off the lens. Disconnect this projector because this one's done its job.
My name is Colin
that one up there
Andrews.
instead.
Being a musician and having diabetes isn't easy. Before I started the Freestyle Libre 2 system, my A1C was too high. Now that I can see my glucose levels anytime, I'm making better choices for my health.
All
on
right.
stage and off.
We're gonna be
I'm
running
so
pretty
glad I have
soon
these
our
lovely
$37 projector. This is the cheapest projector I own. It's an Optima too. You can get these for like 50 bucks.
Try it for free at freestylelibre.us.
Under 50 bucks. There you go. That is my cheapest projector that I own. $37. That's it. Make sure I'm clear here a bit. There we go. This is much better. Let's go. Something here for this. Cheapest projector I own. We're gonna go here. Snakes, whatever. I don't like doing snakes. Whatever. Just make sure I'm not a big fan of snakes. I'm happy that when I talk to customers and by them seeing our demonstrations and trusting in our work, that we can convince them to buy 720p projectors. Projectors, again, they're not going to cost a ton of money because you don't need it. To be able to walk into that establishment and tell this man at the end of the day, hey, look, you don't have to spend money for 4K or 1080p. It's not going to cost you $8,000 or $4,000. You need 2 projectors at the end of the day. We could do this for under $400. We'll get the Christie LW400. It's the same projector that was pushing through that window glass. Same projector we had displayed in the environment. Saved the man a lot of money. People spend all this money for a projector to try to get a better image. Sad thing about it is, the screen is a big part of the whole thing. Things lie, you're going to tell you something at the end of the day that my projector is going to fix it all, and it's not. This is what we keep telling y'all. Where did my image just go? Where did it just go in the image? Hold on a minute. My fault. Disconnect the machine. Yeah, I did. My bad. Sorry about that, people. Whew, man, I disconnected my own machine. But yeah, that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. You're spending way too much money for your projectors, for your machines. Way too much money. You don't need to spend all that money at the end of the day. That's the whole purpose of our technology, is to save you a lot of money. Okay. There we are. Come on, come back to us. Demonstration. There we go. Just go on YouTube, do some shopping. I'm sorry, eBay, do some shopping. You can get projectors to cover your entire house. When I had my house, I had projectors in every single room, literally. And on top of that, including the stacks of projectors I had sitting in the basement. And I had all those projectors because it didn't cost me anything at all, period. Sony 4K demonstrations. That's why. Oh no, our projector's having an issue. I'm sorry, people. I've had this projector forever. Oh, yeah. She is retired. Oh well, just buy another one. It only cost me like 37 bucks. Let's go back to our special call projector. Our baby inside. Yes, certainly will. Well, I'm gonna go on eBay and get me another one. She died. Oh, man, all right. I'll check on that. It could be a lamp issue because, again, like I said, I've had these projectors forever. I bought that one used. Usually when I buy the used projectors, I go buy a brand new lamp, put a new lamp in them. Most of the time, you'll be dealing with the merchant will give you a brand new lamp. All right, let's put our 1,000 back in. Oh, sun's coming out. Well, too late. I'm not doing anything today now. What's the point?
Sit back, watch the Three Stooges, what you love to watch. Let's go.
Oh wait, it's not the projector. It's the whatchamacallit, the adapter. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Do 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 do. I think it is the adapter. Let me see. And
Your last say so. The mutual customizes your car insurance.
They only pay for what's we need.
That's my boy. You get out there and you make us proud, huh?
so we're back on the Sony 1000 projector. I'm gonna pop that one in and check the lamp life on it. We've had it for quite some time. That's on the Optima. If I need to get another one, it's only gonna cost me under 50 bucks. So, you know, I think I'm losing a lot of money in that one. So we're back to the 1000 lumens. That projector right there behind me, I think it's like 2600 lumens. I think that's what that is. This one over here is 1000 lumens SVGA. That one also too is SVGA 2 also. I know we went over time, people. Usually when I do videos like this, we're going to go a bit over time. There's just so much you need to see. I mean, pretty much all I had to do when I came on here was just basically just turn the projector on and show that we don't require 5,000 projectors. But I kind of get caught up in my demonstration, so there's so much more I want to show you, you know. Because again, I don't like to leave any rock unturned. Someone can't come to the comment section and say, well, how come you didn't put a white surface up there or a gray surface? We did it already. blocking that for a minute. Someone sat there and said, but what about the quality? Hey, look, quality is something really you shouldn't be saying out of your mouth at all, so loosely. If you're matching tones at the end of the day, you really shouldn't be saying that at the end of the day, because, again, that's my question I need to ask. What is the quality of a product versus a house paint? Quality. All right, let's kick it. Let's see what else we got on here real quick. Samsung 4K demonstration. OLED horse, done at the def. I don't want to do that. I'm tired of doing OLED horse still. I'm trying to do fun wine. What we got going on here? Done that one already. Oh, that's just some food. Taco! Leave the stand alone. You're never in any battle with the stand. About that, people. Right on. Let's go back a little bit. Don't want to get accused of that nonsense at the end of the day. You know what I'm talking about. I got a gripe about people block cameras at the end of the day with their body. And then basically, no, I'll back it up and just start off from there. Make sure we've got nothing to hide here. I can't believe the 5,000 lumen projectors went down quite a bit. Before I could find one for at least, they're under $400 now, which is good. Really good. We don't got to spend a lot of money at the end of the day. Those of you, what is this, the lights out? There you go. I told you, anything runs with the lights out. It's a real white screen. Every time I watch a movie, it reminds me of basically when I was a kid and we had the 35 millimeter and the 1.1 screen. The AV kid would come pushing out the reel to reel, and then they basically hook it up, and you get that, and the lines all flickering through the screen, and it would start on. Today, we're going to learn about procrastination. Betty likes to procrastinate all the time. We're going to show you where this has affected her in her everyday living. Literally, I grew up on films like that. Oh, and the neighbors coming over with the slideshows. Torture. Absolutely torture. All right, people. We've had fun here. I hope you enjoyed our little fun here. So, yeah, it is what it is. Product works. You don't spend money for a bunch of projectors or expensive projectors. You go on eBay and just go shopping. You don't have to worry about spending all this money. Now, if you want to go out and you want to get the high-end projector, because that's your thing at the end of the day, because you're a tech junkie, hey, knock yourself out. But at least you're getting what you paid for at the end of the day. You're not getting half a projector. Because if you got it on a white or gray screen, you got half a machine at the end of the day. That's what you got. And you should at least get what you paid for. Kind of like, imagine coming in your house and everything you have is cut in half. Can you imagine that? Everything you have is cut in half. But you paid full price for it. That would suck, wouldn't it? So why do you do it to your own theater setup? All right, gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.